Hello everybody, welcome again to my garage. It's time to do some work on Eli again. So I think more or less 2 weeks ago the fan of my Elise failed. I noticed because of the noise and also because I saw that the temperature was increasing, and therefore I ordered a new one, and today we will do a clamp removal and we will replace the fan. So here we have the new fan that we are going to replace with the old one in the Elise. And since we are going to remove the front clamp and change the fan, Simon Scott Russell was so kind and he gave me this new header tank to change in my Elise. And therefore we bought this vacuum bleeding kit to remove all the air from the cooling system. So a few weeks ago, I don't know if you noticed, I changed the indicators, and now I'm going to switch back to my original ones. Since we are going to take anyway the front clamp off, it's much easier to change them, and so I'm going to do it also today, because last time I did it with the clamp on. You can also do it that way. But we're going to do everything in one go. So you may wonder why I'm going back to orange indicators. My car is going in September to be certified by ASI. It's the Italian classic car registry. And for that, the car has to be 100% original. And for this reason, I have to put back the orange indicators, and I have to have the original radiator. So I'm not going to change it today, and I know many of you did. And let me know in your comments what are the difference, or let's say who has still the original and who changed it to the alloy radiator. To remove the front clamp, the first thing we are going to do is remove the wheel. One after the other, we can remove the wheel so that we can remove the wheel arch liner. So we can start with one of the two, remove it, and then put it back on. So after you have removed the wheel and put it under your car for safety, we have to remove the screws inside. We have these three. I don't know why I have only one, but anyway. And the one from the splash guard. And then on the other side, these two. Also on this side, I only have one. You have to remove the wheel arch liner by working on the outer edge until it doesn't eventually come off. It's quite let's say brutal job, so don't be scared, but eventually will get out. The next step is to remove the 5 screws that are at the bottom of the clamp. So the next step will be remove the 4 bolts under the front hood. This one, and on the other side, the same. You have to be careful that here there are some shim stacks, and you have to count how many you have under each bolt, because they align the clamp. So you have to put it back on the same way it was before. On this part of the car, there are also 2 bolts that we are going to remove from the inside. Of the 3 remaining screws, one is accessible from here, and the other 2 are here. I forgot to mention this one before, and here the other one. So before you can remove the right wheel arch liner, on the earlier Elise you have either one or two fuse boxes that you have to unscrew as well. Additionally, we have the front wiring connection that we have to remove before we remove the clamp. And after you have removed the electrical connection, the clamp can come off. So yesterday we drained the water from the cooling system. So today we can go on with removing the radiator. For that we have to remove some screws. We have 3 here in the front, 3 in the back, and 2 on the sides. So let's do it. Finally, we have to remove the 2 coolant hoses. The right one is more accessible, and this one is a little bit more tricky. So now we have loosened everything, and we have the radiator upright. We can see the broken fan, and this was my original first fan. So I will keep it with me. So it has been a while since we removed the clamp and changed the fan. Then Jörg and I also changed the cooling system. And now we are back from holiday and ready to put the Elise back together. Finally, I received the part that was missing, because when I removed the clamp, I noticed that the toe pillar was rusted. And I will show you. If you can see, inside was quite rusted, and I also asked you suggestion about it. Most of you said sandblasting will do, also coke, but I decided to order a new one, since there was a part where the metal was quite thin. And I prefer to be sure than risk to damage the clamp. And so now we have the new part. It's already black. And so we can finally put the Elise together, since actually this summer I haven't driven so much. And usually in summer I drive 10,000 kilometers. So I will have to catch up a bit. Simple task, 3 bolts, and we are done. The 3 bolts are in, we are good to go. So before we can begin, we have to liberate the clamp from behind all the cars. For a short time, I had the smoked indicators, and now I'm switching back to orange, because this year my Elise will get a historic certification from Italy. It's called Targa Oro, and therefore it has to be original, as it was, with the orange blinkers. I received one from Simon Scott Russell, and one from Black Forest Lotus. Thank you very much. I bought 2 brand new ones, and it was also difficult to find them. Putting back the clam on, it's a two-person job. And first we put it on, and then later we see the alignment of the clam. And now it looks like an Elisa again. Thank you, Sisi, for helping me putting back the clam on. So the second thing is to put back the shim stacks. As you remember from removing the clam, you have here and here some. And so now we're going to put back on to align the clam. So I'm so happy that my Elisa is back in one piece. And now, before putting the wheel arch liner back on and the last few parts, we will go for a test drive since we refilled the cooling system just to check that everything is okay. And so this video ends here. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm super happy and I can't wait to drive my Elisa.